We are losing our headquarters. Enemy
Use this time to practice. We will be deploying soon. Enemy dropping into the AO. Practice is over. The real fight begins now.
You got 5 seconds. Good luck down there.
Battle Royale. Stay alive to keep your squad in the fight. Alright, soldier. Mark a drop point for your squad.
Ouais, pas le temps de niaiser là.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils disent, là?
Mais bon,
Depuis tantôt, ça vient, c'est si man.
vu, il a tué tout le monde.
Là, ça sert à rien, c'est bounty, bro.
Ah oui,
Ça
c'est
sert à
ça.
rien.
Ouais, ça sert quand même, on gagne de l'argent, si t'en meurs.
On va mourir avant de gagner l'argent.
On saisit, ils
Non.
sont où les ennemis?
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV active.
Heads up, boys. Heads up. Montrez comment ça marche, boys. Heads up, motherfuckers! Ok, guys, qu'est-ce qu'on fait là?
Tuer tout le monde.
Faut
Ouais,
aller.
ça va chercher le bounty. Ok, ben
Primary objective complete. All targets
il
eliminated.
est poché, si.
An enemy squad is hunting you. Stay alert.
C'est ça.
Objective is to eliminate all bounty targets.
Enemy counter UAV is active.
Donne-moi
T'en sous ou quoi?
counter UAV.
Yo, je peux pas déployer mon fucking parachute, si man. What the fuck? T'es en bas ou t'es en haut?
Un temps en haut.
T'es en bas.
Bounty, Dime? Hein?
Ouais. J'arrive à venir.
Ah, il est
All
poché,
targets
man.
are KIA. Solid work.
Un autre.
Ça veut dire que ça sert à rien.
Ben, c'est bon, on veut
Qu'est-ce qu'il
l'argent.
raconte? On gagne du cash, asti!
Ça fait
Tu
avec le
racontes
cash.
ça?
Che, y'a pas de
Ça
monde.
fait avec le cash.
Y'a pas de monde, je suis là avec toi, Dime. Je suis là avec toi, Dime.
J'arrive,
Ah,
j'arrive,
t'as
j'arrive, 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 j'arrive. J'arrive, Dime.
Ok, on y va tranquillement.
Avec toi aussi.
Ils sont au bout.
Avec toi aussi.
Non, 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 il y en a un à mon niveau. Oh non, ils sont en haut. Ok, on monte en haut.
On peut pas monter en bas.
UAV in the area.
Oui, on peut, si. Oui, c'est rien.
Non, on peut pas monter en bas.
Venez ici, avec moi. Tranquillos.
Portable radar deployed.
Oh
Ouh!
crap.
T'es en bas!
Stun grenade out.
Ah, ils sont en bas? Ok, on descend, on va voir.
Enemies deployed a
Ah,
counter
ah.
UAV.
You're the safe zone. Marking your dog tag.
Il y a quelqu'un en haut
Move to
puis
resecure it.
qui attend pour toi.
You Wilson! Il est où Wilson, man?
Je viens te sauver. Je m'en vais venir te sauver.
Ah, lui aussi, il est quand même plus en plus.
J'essaie de le frapper. C'est ma faute, donc j'avais pas de gun.
Ok, c'est fait.
C'est quoi, il s'est fait kick out? Il s'est fait kick out, c'est ça que vous avez dit? Yo, Dime, t'es là?
Moi, je suis là, moi. Tu m'entends?
Yeah.
Wilson a crash, il a disparu de la game.
Ok, là je suis dans le menu. T'es dans le menu toi aussi?
Non, je suis pas dans mes pas en plus.
Bah,
Mais
quitte.
encore, il faut que je restart.
Ouais, ok, bah, restart. Ah, on a les bugs, hein? Oh, apparemment il y a des nouveaux guns, là. Qu'est-ce qu'il manque comme SMG? Juste le mini-bug que je peux toucher. Unlock in the Season 2 Battle Pass. Chérie. C'est toi qui t'es abonné dans mon truc? Non, hein? Tu t'es abonné?
What the fuck, ça prendrait du temps à faire son restart.
Je sais.
Oh shit,
Très long.
man. Faire de restart, ça prend du temps, man.
Ah, mec. Arrête. Ça niaise, hein?
Ouais, ça niaise.
Ça niaise. Ça niaise.
Arrête de quitter la game pendant qu'on est dans une action.
Ah, c'est ça, man.
Je te cherchais, je savais pas que t'avais quitté la game, mais si, j'étais comme fuck.
Oh, juste fait 3 games. Attends,
Avec
2
cette
games,
4-5.
puis là, on a des stats.
Voir mes stats. Calisse, là j'ai des stats, esti, man.
T'as des stats maintenant? Oh.
Ouais. Fuck! Avec tout ce lag, esti, man.
C'est quoi qu'il y a de nouveau dans les stats?
Rien. Là, ça dit avec quel weapon que t'as fait le plus de kills. Operator kill, ça dit les weapons.
Oh, nice.
Loadout. Ça montre les.
Welcome back. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with, I find that the best question to ask another person, or if I were thinking another thing, it would be maybe if we're thinking about more like a method of use, that could be like mobile user or desktop user, or maybe typical situational users. It could be like a last minute user. So like a person who is maybe shopping very quickly. Like their situation really depends on getting in and out of the product as quickly as possible because they don't have much time. And that happens to everyone. Sometimes, we may embody different types of, let me delete that one, but we embody different types of users because, sometimes they are very situational. So let me just put these together. Perfect. Generally what we want to do is we want to get these users and we want to get together. We want to diverge. Everyone write down on stickies, give them like 5 minutes to do that, come together and figure out what are the users we really want to target for this project. In our case, maybe it's going to be a mobile user. We want to really focus on last minute shoppers. We can bring this one in here too. So we can say that, hey, we're really focusing on this for this project. Family shoppers we'll think about at a later date, and we don't forget about them. We just keep them to the side. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually think about end user goals. So what questions we can ask are the following. What frustration or pain point are we trying to help alleviate? This is where we can ask these types of questions, get our participants to start writing down on stickies. So we'll do something like this. What are we trying to alleviate? What results are we helping to make better? What limitation are we helping them overcome? What type of device would they most likely use to perform these tasks? So we need a mobile product, mobile fast product. I often get like answers like that, but I usually ask them to dig a little deeper. I want to, a more seamless
Take this time to warm up.
product experience. There could be, like if there's a web application, maybe that translates really well to the mobile application. Maybe there's different touch points that are important. What's another thing? We can say maybe a more personal shopping experience. Understanding those goals really help us to think about this application in a different way. And the next part after that is, let's make red stickies. It doesn't really matter. I like to color code sometimes because it helps afterwards when we have to debrief all this. We want to talk about the end user concerns. What would make them hesitate to take on a new application? What ill consequence is likely to happen with this application? What competitive level should this reach to be the preferred choice for this problem? So there's a lot of tough questions to answer here. One example could be like irrelevant results. Bad results for searches. Another one could be, this could be more of a developer-based answer, like application stability. Another one could be foggy UX. So like, I'm just writing foggy UX and that is very vague, but that could be like, users really want to know like the status of their order. And if we don't allow for a really great user experience, people are just going to drop off and never use our application.
Yo, le
These are
field
the
du
type of questions
lobby.
you're looking to ask, and these are the type of answers you get. And this really starts to kind of define what type of things you're going to be focusing on in this project. Now, what you want to do is next, we're going to just do the exact same thing for other users. Now, the next set of users are stakeholders. Now, these are less obviously important target users, but often prove very important to the project. So you aren't really going to be like publishing an application, or you're not going to be able to get by like all that red tape if your stakeholders aren't on board with you. And that's really
Peut-être qu'on devrait juste jouer genre le Battle Royale
get
normal.
their understanding of what their
Exactly,
concerns
yes.
are.
Pas for sure.
Arrête là.
Stakeholders
Ok.
Let's remove this. They may include something like investors. They may include C-level execs.
Bon, c'est une merde game.
They may include buyers. So an investor who uses early traction to invest in the company's success. We have buyers who, like a salesperson, is trying to convince to become a customer. The success of the project can rely upon these stakeholders sometimes more than the end users. And this is why we really need to focus on this part too. Understanding the goals and concerns of these key stakeholders can inform decisions and reveal opportunities to validate the direction of the product early and often. This really reduces the probability of failure throughout. What will help make this project real? External teams, stakeholders, investors, sponsors, departments, partners, etc. All those types of people are actually going to be the ones that are maybe, paying for this project. They're the ones that are pumping life into this project, and we need to take them into consideration as well. Questions could be, are like the APIs available? How responsive can the external team be to changes to validation rules or model design to meet the project goals? How can we engage with stakeholders throughout the process, whether that's like with demos, user acceptance testing, design reviews? What information do each of the stakeholders really care about? Some concerns, maybe like a question you want to ask, or what are the risks that each of the stakeholders are primarily concerned about? Generally, that's going to be different for each type of user. In summary, the end users help make decisions on what to build, and key stakeholders provide an opportunity to involve those that can influence the success of the project early. So their input comes in right at the beginning stages and not like when you've been working on high fidelity designs. It's really important to identify all these different types of user groups so that way it really can help inform the success of your project. And that's it for target users. So the next part of the canvas we have here is the customer journey portion. Now I've taken this template off of a plugin that I showed you earlier, which is the product planner plugin. And essentially what we're going to do here is we're going to map a user journey. And you may be asking why or how. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use all of the resources that we had from before. So project goals, we have target users. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our main target user. So what I like to do is I'll just take our last minute shopper. Take that. We have our last minute shopper. So just to explain this section a little bit more in detail. Now, to start this section, the most important end user is identified and their primary goal. So, like I said before, when people come together, they're going to mark which goals are the primary goals. There could be more than one goal. In this sense, what I want is, maybe this is our primary goal, a more personal shopping experience. So we have our primary goal.